Hey, you guys, happy Friday, happy weekend. This is going to be such a great video. We got in the building. You guys, this is going to be a great video. I haven't even glammed up because I'm just so hyped up to share this stuff with you. Like, I feel like by the time I glam up, by the time I do all that and then come back to do it, like the hype is not going to be the same as it is right now. So, by the way, before we begin, who is ready for pumpkin spice season? Like, do you know how ready I am? I did my shopping. I went to Home Goods, TJ Maxx. I went everywhere and I got the cutest pumpkin stuff. Like, oh my God, if you guys are into that, comment down below. Like, it makes me so happy. Like, getting ready for the colder weather and the decorations. Like, I'm just so hyped up for it. Also, the mosquitoes have been eating Ani alive. Literally, like, my whole body is covered in bites. Like, that is a huge reason why I'm manifesting this cold weather to come in soon. So if you guys are on the West Coast, I'm sorry. We're going to see some rain. I literally told that to my SP the other day. Like, I was like, I'm manifesting rain. And he's like, oh God, here we go. I'm like, literally, I can't take it anymore. Like, I need the cold. I need the autumn vibes. I need it. So if you agree with me, comment down below. You know the drill, you guys. Pause the video, get your drinks, get your snacks. I got the espresso, the famous espresso, and I got something new this time, protein shake, the best tasting protein shake. I literally could drink it. Tastes like chocolate milk. Like, I drink it like I enjoy it, actually, versus other protein. Get your drinks, get your snacks, you guys. We're going to be talking about a few questions my clients had. Last time under one of my videos, someone asked, how do you acknowledge the thoughts that come up and just observe them? So we're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about one of my clients that her SP has been showing up like crazy. We work together. She's been doing my courses. She's been watching that in between meeting with me, and it's literally crazy how people conform around you in your reality when you start conforming for yourself. And I'll be talking about how. Like, I feel like people always ask, how do you do it? How do you choose you? How do you do this? And we're going to be talking about it. So stay tuned. Get your notebook. Okay. You guys, oh my God. Remember not last week? I don't think it was last Friday's video, but the Friday prior. Do you remember when I was talking about me and SP were talking about when God guides, he provides, or when the universe guides, it provides, like why you should trust? The other day when I was buying all my pumpkin stuff and like getting ready for the fall season and all that, look, I was in the notebook section because I got a planner. Look at what popped up. Everything and everyone is you pushed out. Okay? It says when God guides, he provides. If that's not everything and everyone is you pushed out, I don't know what is. This is why I love what I do. This is why I love what I teach, because the evidence shows up like crazy when you're literally doing you. I was not out there looking for that notebook. I wasn't out there looking for that sign. I was talking about it, and then it pops up everywhere now, literally. So this can apply to your specific person. This can apply to removing a third party, which I have done as well. This applies to money. This applies to everything. Okay. So get your drinks, get your snacks, pause the video. Okay. You guys, this client of mine, her SP's been showing up. When we spoke last time, SP was literally like, do your thing, do you, we're not clicking, we're not meant to be, but I still want you to be happy. I still want you to meet the love of your life. Like the SP was saying stuff like this. And I've heard that before too with mine. So like, it's just funny because those things trigger us, right? They make us feel so low, so unwanted, so not chosen. It makes us feel like, okay, there's no way in hell that's going to work out, right? In less than a few weeks, maybe a month or so, she's been working on her self-concept. She's been working on observing the thoughts rather than absorbing them. And I'll talk about more of that in this video. She's been working on choosing herself because she's now understanding, and it's not just showing up from her SP. It's showing up from everyone at work. It's showing up from everyone she comes across, friends, family, coworkers, everyone. And I see this so much in my clients. I see this so much that I can like bet on it at this point that I know it's gonna play out. Like it's not even a question if it's gonna play out or not. So she's been noticing all these changes, and we're gonna be talking about what she's doing. SP changed their story from, oh, you know, it's not going to work out between us. Like, maybe you should find someone else. I just want you to be happy, even if it's not with me, at least with someone else, like, because we're not vibing anymore. That story changed from that to, you are the best thing that's ever happened to me. I've been thinking about you all this time, all these last few weeks and weeks and weeks. All I've been doing is thinking about you and how maybe I made a mistake. Like, literally, complete parallel reality shift. I'll talk about that too. Okay. So where do we begin? Let's begin from why you choosing you matters. I see so much people looking for these fast fixes. Get a text, get a message, get an email, get a call from SP, and they're working so hard to manifest these things. And they are, or like get a date with them, whatever, right? They are manifesting these things, which is great because it shows you that you have that power, right? But when you're not choosing you, and what I mean by that is when you're not working on the core self-concept of yours, yes, those little things may come in, or big things, doesn't matter. Those things may come in, but I see so many people coming to me that have manifested all that, but they still don't have the relationship. They still don't know how to maintain their inner world or how to act, how to be on a daily basis to be in the relationship they desire. Like, they don't know how to be calm within themselves or confident within themselves. Like, they get their specific person in for a quick fix, like a quick manifestation, but then when that person starts acting like their old self, or when that person starts doing things that triggers them, they lose it. They don't know how to regulate. They don't know how to stay calm. And what happens is then they start getting hot and cold, and then they lose the person again. If this has happened to you, comment down below. I see this happen to so many people, and it sucks because it's like they're focusing on these quick fixes, and they're focusing on not a core belief, but they're just like, whatever, like, I don't have to worry about who I'm becoming. Like, let me just manifest the change in that person. Manifesting real manifesting and sustaining results is not you getting a quick fix and then reacting to life the same old way you always have. If you react the same old way you always have, if you think the same old way you always have, you will always get the same results. It's a mirror. This reality is a mirror. You're always going to get what you fill in here. And if there's no change in the internal, and it's only like, I'm going to get a text, I'm going to get a text, I'm going to get a text, that's fine. That's fine if you are. Like, practice makes perfect. Prove it to yourself. Keep proving it to yourself all the time. But if you're someone that's wondering why you can't get the relationship, why you're still not chosen, why you're still not prioritized, why that person still hasn't shown up fully for you, then you gotta stop with the quick fixes and you gotta go within. How do you make a shift within? You always probably hear in this community, once you become the version of you that has the manifestation, once you think from that version of you, once you act from that version of you, then you'll start seeing that other person conform, correct? Well, what does that all mean? Like, thinking, acting from that version. Like, I remember when I would hear this a lot in the past, I would be like, yeah, like, I know what to do, how to act, but I can't, like, because it's not that. I'm not there yet, right? So I want to challenge you. And I think this is the best example. If you're questioning how to choose you, how to build that better self-concept, how to become that version of you that receives all your desires, and you are confident in between, you are calm in between, you are stable when it comes in and even when it triggers you, right? The best example I can give you is, you've probably had someone in your life where they really wanted you, but you didn't really want them as much, right? It's like in the back of your head, you always knew that that person's going to be there and I don't have to act differently. Like, I'm just doing me. Like, they love me for me. Like, I'm doing me. Like, I don't have to show them anything right now because I don't want to. Like, I don't want them, right? If you've ever felt that way, my challenge to you is watch how you are in situations like where you know you're chosen no matter what and you don't care. You're not worried about trying so hard to change anything or anyone, or you're not even worried about it. You're just like doing you. You may not be prioritizing that person. You may not be like preparing for that person to see that person. You're not doing any of that, right? Most people do that with the person they're trying to manifest. But with this person that you know that it's yours, right? You're not doing that stuff. And you're probably like, yeah, I'm not doing that stuff because I know it's meant. But that's how you need to behave with other things that you're manifesting. You need to, number one, accept your present moment. Number two, you don't sacrifice yourself for things. Like, the biggest, another example I can give you is this. When I was manifesting my SP, I really stopped trying to be perfect. I stopped trying to, oh, my body has to be perfect. My hair has to be perfect. My style has to be perfect so I can be accepted by this person. So I can catch their attention. Maybe if I do all of that, I'll get them, right? And that's wrong, because there's nothing wrong with you the way you are now trying to manifest them. Like, the way you are now, you can manifest them. But the problem is most people don't accept themselves the way they are now. They're trying hard, really hard, really hard to get this thing. And that trying equals lack. And the more you try, the more you'll find yourself in situations where you're trying harder and harder. But you probably notice people that already like are showing up for you just the way you are, you're not even trying, they keep showing up more and more and more, right? So that proves to you right there, you're enough. If one person can show up like that for you, SP can show up like that for you too. But with these people that show up for you, you don't care. You're not worried. So there's no resistance present. With SP, you care a lot. With money, maybe you care a lot. With your boss, maybe you care a lot. With your coworkers, you care a lot. And whatever you put on a pedestal will put itself on a pedestal, not you. Does that make sense? So my challenge for you is things that are working out for you in your reality. Watch, observe. How are you in relation to it? How are you acting towards it? How are you feeling towards it? Are you taking extra steps to get it, to become perfect for it? Or you love you in that situation. You're not trying hard at all. Like, you know, you're going to be accepted no matter what. It's that mindset that keeps bringing it to you. So I want to challenge you this weekend or this week or this month even to observe the areas in your life that are working in your favor and how you're showing up in those situations. Are you going outside of your way? Are you not? Like, self-reflect. It's so important. The moment I started, how do you choose you, right? The moment I started really reflecting on them, like, I'm not doing anything extra in the areas that are working for me. I'm just working on my mindset. And it's to some people it comes naturally, to some people they work on it. It's fine. A little effort is normal in manifesting. It's fine. But like, the moment I started doing that and I started comparing it, like, am I showing up like that when it comes to SP, or am I going super in trying mode and I'm feeling super uneasy? Then that needs to stop. You know how I would be? I would literally, the moment SP would be like, oh, come, let's like go have like dinner together, right? I would literally like drop when I was in lack, and when I was like, I would just take whatever I could get. I would literally drop everything. Even if I had plans, I would move them to go and see SP, because I felt like if I don't, like, I'm missing my chance. Who knows when we'll see each other again? Like, who knows when that will even happen? Maybe this time when he goes and sees me, like, I'll dress up super nice, super fancy. I'll get my hair done. I'll get my makeup done, all that. And like, I would just be the perfect woman for SP. And today they'll realize that. And oh my God, like, looking back now, it kind of makes me laugh. And it's kind of sad too, because it's like putting someone like on a pedestal like that and being in that worry mode is not you choosing you. It's you choosing out what's outside of you. You choosing you would look something like this. For example, if that's my example, right? What I started doing, me choosing me, because I understood me choosing me makes that person choose me too. You become highly attractive and highly magnetic when you don't make decisions anymore upon what's going to make the other person feel their best. What's going to make you feel your best first. You become highly attractive like that. And that's why you see people getting what they want. Like, maybe you look at them as, oh, they're so selfish. Like, they always put themselves, they're not selfish. They know that if they put themselves first, they can fill other people's cups after that too. Like, they're not going to fill other people's cup on their own empty, from their own empty pitcher. Does that make sense? So things I did after that, that was like me choosing me, was if I felt like I have to be rushed now and I'm gonna get super nervous, I'm gonna get super rushed, I'm not gonna have enough time to get ready, look the way I want, dress the way I want, I wouldn't go. I would literally be like, no, it's not a good time. Like, please, next time, let me know sooner. And my confidence built over time, if that makes sense. I wasn't always super confident, like saying those things. Other things that would be you choosing you. This client that I'm talking about, that I was talking about, that I had met with, she would do things like, she would feel like, oh my God, like I just made this. I have to go and give it to SP. I have to show them. I have to show them, like, I made this and I thought of you. Let me go show. And then she would literally stop herself and be like, no, stop. Stop doing things out of lack. She literally would self-reflect. Like, don't do that out of nervousness. Don't do that out of nervousness, feeling like, oh, if I don't do this, that person's going to slip through my fingers. Watch how you're acting, how you're being. You don't do those things with others. You only do those things when you're putting that person on a pedestal. The version of you that has what they want is not worried every minute that they're going to lose their SP, so they should do X, Y, and Z. I'm going to lose my SP, so I should bake this cake and take it to them and show them that, hey, I can be a good wife. I can do this. I can do that. Like, here, remember me. Remember me. Eat this and remember me. Like, you wouldn't do that being the version of you that understands who she is or who he is and the power they carry, correct? If this is making sense, comment down below. So those are a few ways of choosing you. Another way of choosing you is not putting yourself in situations that trigger you. If you know you're going to go somewhere or talk to someone or do something, and you know that's going to dysregulate your nervous system, that's going to put you in trigger mode, that's going to put you in mode where you have to now do 10,000 affirmations, or you got to do meditation or breath work to get out of that, don't even go. That's another way of you choosing you. You love yourself enough, you prioritize yourself enough that you won't put yourself in situations like that. So do you see the point I'm getting at? And so many people dismiss this. So from my experience of like thousands and thousands of clients and coaching all these years, like so many people dismiss that stuff and they don't get what they want. The minute they start not dismissing it and paying attention to, hey, if I do this, how's it going to make me feel? Boom, you're one step closer to your manifestation. Hey, if I do this, how is it going to make me feel? Have I even reflected on like what I'm doing today? Or am I just robotically acting? Have I even checked in with myself on how I feel? Or am I just robotically like trying to get stuff done and like I don't even have a time to breathe? I don't even have the time to like be clear on like what the desires are, how I'm acting towards them. Like, this all matters. This all matters. And I know from my personal experience, because a lot of people are like, oh, Ani, my SP's stubborn, my SP's this, my SP will never say sorry, my SP will never do this. You will be surprised doing what I'm saying, how that person conforms. My SP was all of that and above. My SP literally had like a lot of options, And every time I would focus on me, I would get more and more and more of SP, and more serious, more and more committed, more and more respectful, more and more loyal. Like, there's no such thing as no one's gonna change. There's no such thing as impossible. Like, I don't care what you tell me. I've seen very crazy things, very crazy conforming happen through people, through my experience. Like, if you have the desire has to play out. But if you're in standing in your own way of the desire, that's the problem. That's why self-concept work is so important. So those are a few ways of you choosing you. And you, after me explaining those examples, I'm sure you kind of get the point of why we say check in on yourself throughout the day. Like I preach that in all my videos. Check in on yourself throughout the day. Check in on your thoughts. Check in on the actions you're taking. What are you doing? Why are you doing it? What's the intention behind it? Like you posted a video or you posted a story, whatever, on social media. Why did you do it? Is it for you, or is it so SP can see and remember you, and then maybe if they see you and remember you, they'll text you? Do you understand what I'm saying? I could talk about this forever, but let's go on to the next question I had, which was, how do you acknowledge the negative thoughts that come up without focusing on it enough and manifesting it? Like you just observe, you don't absorb, right? I think I mentioned this in last Friday's video, but not all thoughts have to be focused on and considered, if that makes sense. You've probably been to those sushi restaurants, right? Where there's a belt, a revolving like sushi, like all the plates are on it and they're just going around. You pick what you like, right? You're not picking all of the above. You're picking what you like from that belt, okay? I think I mentioned this in last Friday's video. Same thing are your thoughts. Your subconscious mind will always suggest. So when you have a desire, it will suggest a desire. It will suggest similar desires. It will suggest things that could go wrong. We were talking about this with my client, and she's like, I have this desire, and I also think about, wait, but what if my SP doesn't choose me? What if they choose a third party? Or what if this, what if that? That's normal for you to think those things. Like you're built in a way to understand every option because you're intelligent. Like you're thinking something, it brings you suggestions. It's like Instagram or TikTok, you like something, it'll bring you similar things or the total opposite of that thing. But it's still in the same niche. It's still in the same thought process. Does that make sense? So when the negative comes up, I want you to train yourself that I don't have to give every thought its 5 minutes of fame. It came up, cool suggestion. Thank you, subconscious, for giving me all suggestions. It's like a magazine, it's like a store, it comes in every color, right? But me being the creator and not the reactor of my reality, I'm a creator, I'm not a reactor. I'm not going to react to each and every thought, understanding that my time and focus and energy goes on the things that I desire. So I'm only going to acknowledge the thoughts that feel good to me. I'm only going to acknowledge the thoughts that feel pleasant. The thoughts that don't feel pleasant, I'm going to observe. I'm going to understand that, yes, that is an option, but how this universe works is whichever I give more focus on, that's what comes up. That's what creates. Okay. And honestly, you can even do nervous system regulation if the negative thoughts are too much and you can't just observe them anymore. If it's taking over and the chatter's too loud, do breath work. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4. Or do tapping, EFT tapping. I teach a little bit of EFT tapping in my Master Your Mind and Manifest Your SP, but there are many tapping videos on YouTube. You can just search EFT tapping, and that's also an exercise that brings you back to the present moment. So when the chatter is too loud and you can't handle those negative thoughts coming up, Your number one priority is to get to your present moment. Get to a place where you're only thinking about your now. You're not thinking about past. You're not thinking about future. You're just thinking about present. And whatever brings you back to the present, you'll know what helps. But I know 100% breath work, tapping, all of those things do bring you back. Some people do jumping jacks. Some people do tapping like this. Some people go and script how they're feeling. And they also write in the script that they understand, though, that these are just options. This doesn't mean that I'm going to manifest all of these negative things. Okay? I hope this video helped you guys. If it did, comment down below. I appreciate you guys so much. Your positive comments are amazing. I love you guys so much. My client, I was talking about that her SP changed completely. It was because all she really was focusing on was choosing her hour to hour, moment to moment. And I gave you examples like that. I'll say them again. Doing things to get someone else's attention is not you choosing you. So watch that. If you're posting stuff, if you're going certain places just to bump into your specific person, if you're going to certain restaurants, certain locations, certain places with your friends, knowing your SP might be there, stop. That's all trying so hard. And remember, this is an energy game. You can't lie. Your energy cannot lie. You may be able to lie vocally. You may be able to lie verbally to people, but your subconscious mind knows what's happening inside. It hears what's happening inside, and you can't lie to it. So if you're trying to manipulate things outside, your subconscious mind knows you're in lack, and it'll only give you more experiences to experience lack. Make sense? When you're choosing you, when you intentionally are like, you know what? No, that doesn't feel good. I'm not doing anything to remind anyone of how great I am. I'm just going to remind myself, right? Your subconscious mind takes that in and is like, all right, you're putting you on a pedestal. You're choosing you. Guess what? I'm going to send out the memo to everyone because everyone is you pushed out. Thought transmission is happening. She's choosing her. You got to choose her too. So when that person thinks of you, and they will think of you if you're doing you, they will think of you. They always think of you because you're always sending out signals. You're active until that heart stops beating. And when that heart stops beating, we're just consciousness at that point. But until then, God forbid, until then, you're always sending out signals. So you got to make sure, what signals are you sending out? If you're choosing you, without a doubt, they're going to be choosing them. And again, choosing you is the most important. What I mean in choosing you is, how do I choose to feel today, and what am I going to do about it? What am I going to do that's going to make me feel like I was productive today? I achieved something. What am I going to do today that I've been putting off? I've been putting off because I've been waiting for SP. Stop doing stuff like that. What am I going to do today that's going to make me feel good? That's going to make me feel like life is okay right now. In this present moment, circumstances, whatever is happening out there, life is okay right now. Life feels good. Even a small shift, those signals are sent to that person, and then boom, that person has a light bulb, thought transmissions happening, and they're like, I don't feel an urge to avoid them anymore. Let me call them. Let me text them. Let me reach out. Let me see how they are. I've seen it so many times at this point. Like, it's not even a matter of if. I know that it's going to happen. Like, literally. You guys, you can do this. I love you. Have fun this weekend. Let's challenge ourselves to self-reflect and observe all this. I really want you to think twice before you take any action trying to manipulate your 3D this weekend or this week or forever. Like, that will be a great idea. And I will see you in next Friday's video. I love you guys. I'll see you.